Alright, this is the one little secret trick that you should always apply to OCD. Excuse me, my throat is itchy. The one trick that you should always apply to OCD, I'll explain it like this. If you have, there's two kinds of OCD. There's pure O, which is mainly unwanted thoughts. And there's classic OCD, anything you do outside of your body. Touching things, washing, checking, did I leave the iron on, things like that. Okay. What you should always apply to OCD is this. Is that, screw it, I don't care. Any way that you want to say it, whatever religion you are, and however you're comfortable saying screw it. I know people that use much harsher words. They use the F word. They use screw it. They use whatever. But the whole point of that, saying screw it, is saying, listen, I don't care. And sometimes when you say the harsher words, it kind of shocks your brain into really considering what you're saying. Instead of just saying I don't care, like, screw it, or what happens is, you kind of think about that, is that people without OCD don't care about those thoughts, whether they're thoughts that lead you to be inspired to do pure OCD rituals and a pure OCD ritual, some people call me and say, I don't do rituals. You do. If you're sitting there, pure OCD ritual is obsessing over a thought and worrying about it. So if you're obsessing over a thought and worrying about it, that's your ritual. And of course, classic OCD, touching, checking, things like that, washing, those are the outside rituals that you're doing. So the one common thread that we find in people without OCD is that when they have these thoughts, and they do from time to time, they dismiss the thought. The reason they do that is because they don't care. It's not important enough for them. Do you remember Tuesday 3 years ago when you tied your shoe? If it was not surrounded by any other or any significant thing that happened while you're doing that, you probably don't remember. I'm glad the whole video is me coughing. I'm sure that delights you as well. Think, oh good, get to watch Derek cough. That's exciting. That makes me happy. No. So the secret, most people don't realize, they think, oh, there's some kind of magic thing and some kind of thing I have to hear. Often the information and the best advice you get is depressing. Sometimes the best information you get is not fun, it's not sexy, it's not revolutionary, and oftentimes it's something that you knew about. Just the other day, I implemented something in my business that I knew about for 5 years. And when I thought of it again, I was like, oh, eureka! It's like an aha moment for something I already knew. The point is, you don't know anything that you're not doing. Like, actually doing. Okay? Anything that you think you know, you don't know until you do it. If I could sit here and write a very logical way to become a millionaire online, but I don't know how to do that right now because I'm not. So I can, however, show you how to stop OCD because I have done that, and you can too. Okay. So the secret is to not care. I mean, think about it. People without OCD don't have OCD because they don't care. That's the sole reason. So I want you to think about that. Not care. Yeah, Derek, I already know that, but do you really? Like, if you do know that, then why do you still care? If you still care, then you don't know that. You might know about it, but you don't know it. Okay? Knowing something and knowing about it are two different universes apart. Okay? And that's what I really want to instill in you is knowing something and knowing about something. You have to understand the difference. I have a couple clients I talk to, they know everything. Can't teach them nothing. I know that, I've been doing that. Really? If you know that, then why are you still doing the opposite? Okay? So, get those two things squared away in your mind right now. The first thing is, knowing about something is just information. Knowing something is experience. Knowing about something, information. Knowing something is from experience. Okay? So again, what's the secret that you should apply to all OCD? It's to not care. You could say screw it, F it, forget it, whatever. Okay? Whatever your religion allows you to say in your belief system. Okay? That way, for me, I like to say screw it. I don't think that's bad to say. And when I said that, obviously it didn't heal me by itself, of course, but it helped tremendously, you know? It just, there's something freeing about just saying, screw it. I got a homework assignment, screw it, whatever, you know? I think I did that way too many times in school, but helps with OCD tremendously. So, use that, okay? Like I said, some of the best information you're going to get is not sexy. Like, oh, there's I'm not sure what you expected in these videos. Maybe, oh, there's a genome that we found, or a gene sequence. And if you take vitamin B 3 times a day, your OCD is cured. Go forth and live a life without OCD now. Come on, man. You know that. You know that it's not how the world works. Think about all the good advice that you've had. When were you ever like so impressed by it that you just, you know, most of the time good information, your parents say, hey, don't have unprotected sex. It's pretty damn good advice. Especially when you're 14. I don't think you should be having sex then anyway, but if you are, use the protection, jeez. But that's not revolutionary, but it will have revolutionary consequences in your life. By listening to good advice that's not sexy. The non-sexy advice for internet marketers, like myself and some of you guys out there, is split test. Test what you're doing. Is that sexy? No. But that's how people become successful in what they do. And you have to work hard. Now when it comes to OCD, it's the same thing. You gotta work hard. Okay? But the secret to apply to all OCDs is simply this. Say screw it. Don't care. Easier said than done? Yeah, of course. You could say that about everything. People like to sound smart by saying, it's easier said than done. Well, you might as well put the little tassel on their head now, you know, because they've just become a PhD. Because they said that. It makes them feel smart. But making yourself feel smart doesn't really help you at all. So forget about being the smartest person in the room. Forget about watching this video and these videos with let me see if I can debunk what he's saying. Don't waste your time. Just turn the videos off, you know, and go and write a book with how smart you are. That being said, all of you guys are smart. I've talked to most of you, you know, You guys are all brilliant. A lot of you more brilliant in a lot of areas than me. You know what I mean? I just happen to be better at helping people with OCD than you. So that's why we're watching these videos, okay? So, not caring. What does that really mean? Not caring. Think about, visualize this. You're walking down the street and you pass by a homeless guy. Right? Most of us don't care. You see it all the time. Okay? Every once in a while we'll be like, oh yeah, I feel bad for him. You know? And if we were him, we'd want people to feel bad for us too and give us money or whatever, but really, really don't care often. We have our problems. We have our things we have to take care of. We justify it saying, well, he put himself in that position, yada yada. Okay? So I'm telling you right now, that's kind of like not caring. Or walking by, 3 bus stops. Most of you wouldn't even notice something like that. I wouldn't even notice something like that. It's an example. A lot of you guys have different OCDs than one another. And so something that would bother you wouldn't bother the next person. Okay? They wouldn't even notice it. Where you would freak out about it. Think about that too. Other people with OCD wouldn't give a damn about your OCD. I bet each and every single one of you here have a different type of OCD. And so the guy watching this video in the Ukraine is not going to give a damn about the girl's OCD in California. Okay? It's not going to happen. Because OCD is different for everybody. So that helps too. Thinking about, well, everybody else pretty much with OCD doesn't care about what I care about. And that's the same for everybody, so you're not alone in that way where everyone's OCD is unique. Okay? So, not caring is understanding that everyone that has OCD, most people wouldn't even care about the fears that you have, even with OCD. And number 2, not caring means screw it, just let it be. People without OCD, if you want to be like someone without OCD, you gotta act like them. You gotta think like them. People without OCD, like, oh, screw it, whatever. That's their attitude. That's the attitude you need to have. So, that's the secret, is the new attitude of screw it. Who cares? Whatever. Alright? So, I hope you enjoyed this video. Alright? And I hope you enjoyed my hat. I like this hat. So, hope you enjoyed it. Alright? Alright, so I will see you in the next video. Alright, God bless.